Hi everyone, welcome you all. So we were learning list manipulation, and previously we have seen how to manipulate list, and then we have seen how to access or traverse all the elements in the list. And today we are going to continue this lesson and learn how to take list as an input, right? So without much delay, let's move to our pie chart. Here is my pie chart. Let's increase this, and now let's take our input. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a variable called, let's say, abc, and I'm going to take an input, and then I want to take an integer list. Okay, now if I execute this, or before executing I must print abc so that I can get the idea, and I want to traverse through this in ABC, and let us print this value ABC. Okay, so this is a simple way to do it, or you can check out how I have used for loop to manipulate all the item. What it will do, it will actually access one element at a time and print it, though this method won't work for our purpose because we want a list, and whenever we are going to take a input, it gives me a string, not a list. So what it will do, it will print one character, character by character, or it will print all the characters in the string, right? Let's run this program and check it out. So what I'm going to do, I tried to enter a list. So list just begins with the bracket, and then 2 comma 3 or whatever, and then I'm going to have a string, let's say ra. Okay, so this is my list containing 1 2 3 4 items, and when I hit enter, it gives me all the characters in it. It doesn't treat this as a list. Instead, it treats it as a string because it is a string only. And keep, now we can testify this by simply printing the type of this ABC. ABC. Now let us execute again, and let us write some items, and then let's say run, and that's it. Let's enter it. Now you can see its data type is string. Now what we are going to do, we are going to use a simple function called eval for evaluate, and let us now execute this program and see what difference it makes. Okay, so now list item 5 6 7, and let's say we have a round. Okay, now if you enter it, now the type is changed to list, and here you can see we have traversed or printed each element in one line. Okay, that's how you can input a list. Okay, now one more thing, when we use a eval function, I'm going to get rid of all these and print abc. Actually, that's perfectly fine. And when I enter somewhat like this, 7 plus 10 is equals to, you can see, 17. So eval function not only is can be used to enter a list, it can be used to enter a expression. Okay, an expression will be evaluated and saved to abc. So eval function, you should be remembering what eval function does. Eval means evaluate. It can evaluate an expression, or it can be used to take a string or a tuple. Okay, this is all about eval. Now let us learn a very important function operator which can be used in list is in operator. Okay, so what we are going to use, in operator. Now this time we are going to have a static list. Okay, so let's say it is abc, and we have one more element, let's say 8.0, 8.1, let's say. Okay, so this is my list, and if I want to check whether this element, any element is present in this list or not, what I can do, I can use a in operator, right? That's why this operator is called list, or you can say membership operator. Okay, in is a membership operator. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have so let's say 5 in ABC, and let us print this and see the result. Okay, so it is giving me true because 5 is present in the list. Now what if I specify 15 which is not present in the list, obviously this statement should give me false, and this is true, right? Okay, so I hope you got this, how to use an in operator. Okay, if you want to test whether a particular element is present in this list or not, you can simply do it with the help of a in operator, right? In operator is really very handy, otherwise you have to search using a binary search, or a what we call it linear search. Now how we can do it, the same result can be achieved by using a for loop. Let's say for I in ABC, and now what we are going to do, we are going to test this with the with 15, and if 15 is equals to E, then I can have a count is equals to, let's say, true initially. Actually it should be false, and now when 15 is equals to I, then count should be changed to false, and then finally we can print the value of a false, right? Print a value of false, value of a count, then same thing we can achieve by this statement as well. Let's make it little bit different by specifying like this and execute it. So obviously we are getting false and false, and if we change the value, let's say we have a 5 and we have 5, and in both the cases I must get um, actually true. I should get wait a minute, I have written wrong. Let's end this true, and if I have a 15 here and 15 here, then in both the cases false. So obviously we can do it in Python in one line, and in other language it can be done in these number of lines, right? So it will save you some time. Okay, so in is very handy, and the reverse of is not in. Okay, it is just reverse of a in, and if it is not present, then it should give me a true, and if the value is present in it, let's say 6, now it should give me false. So in and not in are membership operator, which can be used to detect whether an element is present or not, or vice versa. The next thing which we will learn today is equals to operator, or string list comparison. How this list comparison works. So I will be taking a very small list, and we have another list called B is another list. Just copy all the elements so that all the elements are same, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply compare it ABC is equals to B. Now let us check it out whether it is true or not. So you can see both the lists are same, that's why I'm getting true. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have 13 so that it is a little bit different, and ABC doesn't match with all the elements of B, and if I execute it, definitely you should be getting false, right? One more thing, if I print the ID of ABC and print ID of, let's say, B, and here also I should be using ID of ABC. Let us check it out, though all the elements are same but the ID is different. But if a variable, let's say a1 is having a 13 or 14, whatever, b1 is equals to 14, and now let us check the IDs of these two elements. A1 okay, ID a1 is equals to okay, let's say anything is same as comma ID B1. Okay, now let us execute this piece of code and check it out. Now you can see both the IDs are, wait a minute, here, both the IDs, ID of A1 and ID of B1 is same. But if we talk about our list, though all the elements are same, but their IDs are different. Okay, so now what this implies, actually when we are having an integer, then A1 and B1 both are pointing toward the same location in the memory. But when we have a list, they have different IDs, just like strings. Okay, so that's all for today. Hope you liked it, and bye bye. See you again.